Hi everyone, and welcome back to the Recreateful channel. Today's video is really exciting because we are going to do a thrift flip. So instead of transforming a piece into something entirely new or DIYing something from scratch, we are going to take existing pieces and just make them that little more interesting by completing a couple of easy steps. Some of these DIYs actually do not include any sewing, which means they are very beginner friendly and you can do them without having a sewing machine. I actually had a lot of fun doing this video just because it was so cool to see how easily you can turn a boring piece into something quite interesting and cool. So if you would like to see more thrift flips in the future, I would be more than happy to do these. So please make sure to let me know in the comments if you do. Other than that, I don't have anything else to say, so now let me show you how you could turn boring pieces into something much more interesting.
First item I'm going to flip is this white crew neck jumper. I decided to do some tie-dyeing on this jumper as the white is not as bright as it used to be. So I'm just taking some rubber bands and tie the jumper into some random knots until the jumper was scrunched up. I put a lot of cling film onto my floor to make sure I won't stain the floor in the process. Once the jumper is all knotted up, I'm using the pink and orange dyes that I had took from a tie-dyeing kit and sprinkled the color all over my jumper. The kit that I used were neon colors, and that's why the colors are very intense, so I decided to wash the jumper straight after putting the dye on. I flipped the jumper over and repeated the same thing on the other side. I then take the rubber bands out of the jumper and apply some water where the color is not blended nicely. Next, I just threw the jumper in the wash. Once the jumper has dried, I'm cropping it for a nicer silhouette. Since the jumper is made of jersey, I don't need to hem the bottom. And finished is the first flip. Let's take another look at the before. And here is what the jumper looks like now. I also made a matching scrunchie out of the leftover fabric. I just love how this jumper turned out. Thrift flip number 2 is a super quick and easy one. I had these trousers for ages, but unfortunately they turned grey due to the washes. Instead of buying a new pair, I just bought some black fabric dye and immersed the trousers in the dye for a couple of hours, washed and dried them, and now they are as good as new. I don't know if this is the most obvious thing, but I am just super happy with the before and after. The next thrift flip is this black turtleneck top. To give this top a little makeover, I'm cropping it super short and hem the bottom with a rolled hem. Using a top I already own as reference, I'm cutting the excess fabric to the right size and straightening the top. I'm closing the top by sewing the side shut with the right sides facing and also hem the raw edge at the top. With the remaining fabric, I'm creating straps by cutting 2 strips of fabric. I fold the strips over and sew along the strip with a zigzag stitch. Next, I flip the straps right sides out using a safety pin. Lastly, I attach the straps to the top. Here's what the jumper looked like before, and here is my new 2-piece top. I love the way this looks trendy but still keeps me warm at the same time. The last flip for this video is going to be this black bodycon dress, which I just don't wear anymore. I am starting by cutting the dress to be a top and hem the bottom with a rolled hem. Next, I'm using rubber bands again to tie the top into knots. I am soaking the top with water to then pour some bleach over it. I poured the bleach over it straight away, however that's purely because I'm impatient. I do think it's recommended to dissolve some bleach in water first. I rinsed and washed the top afterwards, and once it was dry, I cut the neckline to be lower and square. I hemmed the neckline by sewing some excess fabric right sides onto the neckline, but a rolled hem would do as well. And finished is this flip. This is what the dress looked like before, and here is what it turned out like. I will definitely get much more wear out of this piece now, and I love the way it looks.
Right, that was it. 4 super easy DIYs, super easy ways to make something boring look a little more interesting. Make sure to let me know in the comments which of the flips was your favorite, and also let me know if you did enjoy this video and if you would like to see more in the future. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week.